Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. I'm heading out to a double crop soybean field located in western Kentucky with a pair of 473 horsepower, 400 bushel John Deere S780 combines on tracks, along with a 570 engine horsepower John Deere 9570RX track tractor and 1300 bushel Brent cart. These machines will be harvesting the crop with a pair of 40-foot wide Geringhoff TruFlex Razor Draper heads. This video will give viewers a close-up view of the TruFlex Razor Draper head harvesting the second crop of soybeans, and I'll also climb up in the cab of the Class 8 Combine to visit with the farmer to talk with him about the performance that this Geringhoff Draper head provides him in his harvesting operation. Let's head out to the field now and see the combine hook on to the Geringhoff Draper head and go to work. As the S780 and the TruFlex Razor head come across the field, let's take a look at the conditions that it's harvesting in. These are double crop soybeans, no-tilled right after the wheat harvest. So we've got a nice healthy crop of soybeans here, and then you've got your wheat straw down here, which helped hold moisture in the ground over the summer, get this healthy crop. And now the header is going to come through and cut that old wheat straw and the beans, and we'll see the nice job that it's doing. So we can look back and see how the header is cutting right through this wheat straw. Just shaves it right off to the ground. Very little residue, cutting all the beans nicely, and it does a great job out here in the field. job of the John Deere S780 harvesting the double crop soybeans. Looks like you've got pretty good visibility when the sun starts going down to get the lights on the header.
Yeah, we do pretty good until the dew falls, and then we're gonna have to probably quit. But I will get this farm done before dark.
So how do you like these headers as far as harvesting soybeans?
I really like them. I really like them a lot, and probably the number one thing I like about them is the cutter bar. You know, we don't have any real knife issues or guard issues. It's a Schumacher cutter bar, and whenever we encounter objects, you can see two things down there on the floor there that we've encountered down there today, steel post, and it just stops on a dime. It encounters those and go out and it'll stop, won't do any damage to the guards or the knives, and you can just go right back to work. So I mean, that's a neat feature.
Definitely saves time. You just got to pull the obstacle off and keep on going.
Yeah, I like the way the head flexes. I like the fore and aft of it. I mean, it's
we can see it kind of flexing right here as we go over the slope of the field.
Yeah, it does a super job. We've been very pleased with them. This is, I think, our 4th year running these things, and I really like them.
And this is the second generation of header. You ran one and then traded to a second one, so that must mean you definitely like it.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So you're able to run right around 4 miles per hour, 3.5 here as the sun's going down, and really just kind of shaves it right off the field. Now there's an air table on this that helps catch the beans.
Yes, there is. We've had decent luck out of that. We've had a little issue with that on the air system. We've had some belt issues on that, but other than that, the last headers had a gearbox and they work flawlessly. And this one here is going to a single fan and runs everything with belts, kind of like a honeybee. And so, probably not as satisfied with that system as I was the older system, but this, other than that, it does a great job with blowing the beans back up on the belt. It's kind of like a ribbon of air. So yeah.
Well, it definitely has to help at this time of year when you're getting later in the season and they're splitting and a little more fragile.
Yes.
So I also noticed that your farm has been moving to tracks. You've got a track 9RX, a track grain cart, track combines. What advantage do you find in putting tracks on the different machines?
Well, number one thing is a lot of times the crop's ready to run and we can't get on some of this wetter nature ground. A lot of what we farm is some Zanesville type soils, and they're really wet nature ground, and we can just get on them so much earlier. And it's a compaction issue too. I mean, we're not having to get out here with a lot of deep tillage and things like that. We've had one of the most phenomenal corn crops this year we've ever had, and I contribute that we're not doing much, if any, ripping much at all now. Just we're not out here in the fields whenever we shouldn't be. So I mean, we're trying to limit when we are, and if we are a little heavy, it spreads the load out. So
it's definitely a nice ride. Happy with the roadability of them all, and
yeah, they ride good. Now whenever it gets dry, they're a little rougher ride than the tires would be, but if the ground's a little bit soft, I mean, they really do a super job.
Here we can see that 957RX pulling up here with the Brent 1396, and the 28.5 foot unloading auger swings out. The auger unloads at a rate of 3.8 bushels per second, and we can see it does a good job in reaching out and over. Plenty of clearance between the tractor and grain cart and the header. And then the operator also has nice visibility in the screen here to his right of the control stick of the grain going in the bin of the grain cart, which is good to see right where you want to target that crop.
Yeah, and helps out over there with the cart too. It's got lights inside the cart and helps us see at night.
I hope you've enjoyed spending time taking in the sights and sounds of the double crop soybean harvest with the Geringhoff TruFlex Razor Draper heads and John Deere S780 Combines working in this field. If you would like to see more of this same farm harvesting corn with their 12-row folding Geringhoff corn heads, watch this video for a few more seconds to the end screen where there will be a direct link to the corn harvest video. Does your farming operation rely on Geringhoff Draper heads or corn heads? I'd like to hear about the model and the size harvesting head that you're running on your combine in the comment section below this video. If you've enjoyed the video, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 1,000 videos of farm machines in action. As always, thank you for watching.